from CBS 4 News, this is Facing South Florida with Jim DeFede.
Good morning, I'm Jim DeFede, and welcome to this special edition of Facing South Florida. Now, South Florida has an abundance of seafood. Stone crabs, hogfish, grouper, even lionfish is proving to be a new delicacy. But perhaps the most beloved seafood of all is Florida's spiny lobster. Yet here's the rub. Chances are that Florida lobster you think you are eating did not come from the waters around Florida. That's because the majority of Florida's lobster is sent not just out of Florida, but out of the country as well. This morning we explore the business of lobster and its impact here at home. But in order to appreciate what is happening, you need to travel thousands of miles from the Florida Keys to a country redefining Florida's lobster trade. And so we begin our story in China. In an upscale portion of Hong Kong, the Boat Dweller Steam Hot Pot Specialist Restaurant is renowned for its live seafood. Tanks showcase the freshest offerings from around the world, but few items on the menu are likely to capture a diner's attention or have the appeal of the Florida spiny lobster. With one of the fastest growing economies and an exploding middle class that extends onto the mainland, the Chinese have developed a taste for the better things in life, and Florida lobster is surely one of them. In China, lobster isn't just served. It's showcased, and the arrival of the spiny lobster is an event worth documenting. For the lobster, this was the culmination of a 9,000-mile journey. A journey that in recent years has transformed the commercial fishing industry in Florida and left restaurants from Key West to Miami struggling to keep Florida lobster on their menus. A few days ago, that lobster in Hong Kong was here, in the waters off the Florida Keys.
And we're out here on the reef. It's a beautiful day, not too rough. We're pulling some trout where we reset after the hurricane.
Gary Nichols operates a pair of lobster boats out of Conch Key, just outside of Marathon. He's been catching lobster here for more than 40 years.
We're coming up on Chinese New Year, and the price of lobster right now is way up there.
Thanks to the Chinese, these are good days to be a lobster fisherman in Florida. Prices in recent years have ranged anywhere from $10 to $24 a pound. But that wasn't always the case. I first met Nichols in 2009, before the Chinese came into the market. At the time, price for lobster had plummeted to $3 a pound, and Nichols was struggling to keep his boats in the water.
When you can buy lobster cheaper than hamburger, it's just an insanity.
At $3 a pound, Nichols told me in 2009 he was losing money. He needed at least $4 to break even.
I'm doing everything I know how, and it's not working out.
Desperate to stay afloat, Nichols said he got the idea of contacting Chinese buyers after seeing an article in a trade magazine.
I happened to be reading National Fisherman magazine. I saw a Chinese person, Wan Ho, buying turtles and horseshoe crabs at the time, and they were sending them live to China. And I said, well, heck, maybe this guy, I'll give him a call.
Wan Ho eventually introduced him to this man, Larry Yee.
Hey, Larry, how you doing?
Good.
This is the head guy I've been telling you about. He's the biggest lobster buyer in the United States.
Born in China, Yee is a U.S. citizen and operates a seafood shipping business in New York called Elite Sky International.
Did you think he was crazy when he suggested it?
I mean, he was the guy who give it a try. Okay, we'll do it. That's what happened. And then now we turn this into a fishery. And guess what? The American fishery is being so successful shipping these lobsters, and now the whole Caribbeans are trying to copycat us.
Turns out the Chinese love Florida's spiny lobster, preferring it to the Maine lobster most Americans are used to.
I'll put it this way. Overseas in China, this is lobsters. Mm-hmm. Canadian, Maine, Boston, that's crayfish. It's a different.
And they prefer this.
They prefer this, yes.
Yee now buys lobster from more than 100 boat captains from Key Largo to Key West.
That lobster right there that he's holding.
Yes.
When will that lobster be in China?
In 2 days.
You saved these businesses, didn't you?
No, I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that. I mean, I came in the right time.
Yi's competitors in China soon followed. There are now at least 3 other companies buying as much Florida lobster as they can get their hands on and shipping them live to China. The numbers are staggering. Starting in 2000, just 32,000 pounds of Florida lobster was shipped to China, with exports remaining flat until 2010, when the Chinese market for Florida lobster exploded. By 2013, nearly 4 million pounds of lobster was being sent from Florida to China. In terms of dollars, Florida lobster exports in recent years have ranged from $50 to $75 million a year. And after years of struggling to survive, Florida's lobster fishermen felt secure.
Thank God for the Chinese. Everybody, you know, we sure import a lot of things from China, and people complain, oh, it's Chinese made. Well, for one, for the Chinese right now, I'd be getting about $3 or $4 a pound for a lobster instead of $12, $13 a pound for a lobster.
So this coming year is the year of the dog, correct?
Correct.
Is it ever the year of the lobster, or for you, is every year
Every year to me, it's a year for lobster, chef.
Not everyone, however, is celebrating the new global realities.
The word spread like wildfire, and then a bunch of other Chinese came down, and then before you knew it, they were all over the place offering astronomical prices, you know, to the fishermen, and basically going gangbusters.
Manuel Priegas has been in the lobster business since 1993. It is a business his father started on the Miami River in the early 70s.
That somebody that lives in Miami can't go to a restaurant or can't go to a market and buy a Florida lobster, I don't think that's a good thing.
In order to replace the lobster being sent to China, many restaurants are having to buy frozen lobster tails from countries like Nicaragua, Honduras, and the Bahamas. And even when Florida lobster is available, the Chinese have driven up the price to the point that many local restaurants are still buying imported frozen lobster.
In a lot of those restaurants, you get a lot of tourist action, and they can sell those tourists on the fact that it's a Florida lobster when it's not. It's the same species of lobster. It's Panulirus argus, so it looks exactly the same, by and large, to our lobster. So only I know, and you know, and your viewers today know that that's not Florida lobster, because there is no Florida lobster being sold in restaurants or in seafood markets here in Florida. All of it goes to China. That is the bottom line.
Priegas is exaggerating, of course, but it is growing more difficult. In 2013, for instance, 3 out of every 4 lobsters caught in the Florida Keys was shipped out of the country, with the overwhelming majority of it headed straight to China. While patrons of the Boat Dweller restaurant in Hong Kong were enjoying their lobster meal, Luis Garcia had to take Florida lobster off his lunchtime menu at Garcia's restaurant on the Miami River.
It has disrupted our local economy in such a force that today I don't have lobster.
Today, you don't have Florida lobster?
Today, right now.
Garcia is lucky, though. In addition to the restaurant, his family has a small fishing operation with permits to catch lobster. With 2 boats pulling traps as we speak, he's confident they'll catch enough lobster by this evening that he can put Florida lobster back on the menu.
It was absurd having to tell somebody, I don't have lobster. I mean, I have lobster. I have some frozen stuff that I brought from Nicaragua that I have just in case this happens. And I felt horrible having to offer that to them.
It is no different in Key West.
It's gotten difficult in the last several years.
Rick Joyce is the manager and fishmonger for the Half Shell Raw Bar and Fish Market.
But there's still not enough product, is there?
There's not enough product. That's the thing.
There's not enough lobsters.
No, there's not.
If I go in your kitchen right now, what am I going to find?
You're probably going to find the lobster tails that we had to buy frozen from another country.
Nicaragua.
Yeah, Nicaragua is the one we have right now. Like I said, we have lobster tails from Florida and from Nicaragua, but the customer base wants lobster. If you come into Key West, you want lobster, and you want the spiny lobster. So if we can't get as many as we need, of course we got to go and get what we want for the customer base.
And what does that say, that you got to go outside the country for some of it?
It stinks. It stinks. It's only happened within the last 2 or 3 years. I mean, we never had a problem when we It's lobster season. There's plenty of lobsters. I mean,
Joyce said he doesn't blame the fishermen.
I'm not going to blame those guys. You've got to get what you can. It's just your livelihood. And but it hurts on this end. It hurts on this end. It does.
When we come back, we take you to the waters off the Florida Keys when the business of lobster continues.